Gorgoroth. Attain. Alphagor. Okay. What the? Oh, I didn't hit that. Oh, God. Sorry. Uh, Welcome back to the Voice of Metal, where we talk about all things metal. And even if I screw up massively, how are you guys doing? I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I feel so just. I don't know. I didn't plan on hitting the button just yet. I was planning on doing something before I got started, so I apologize. And yes, hello. Welcome, Three Amigos and Troy. So I apologize for that. Um, Interesting enough, I was doing some research on what the band's pronunciations of the words, which I really suck at, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get most of these because they're really difficult to say because there's some from other countries and this, that, and the other. So, but before I start the list, I'm going to remind everybody again: if you're from LA or around the LA area, go to Carla Harvey's webpage and give her your, I think it's her phone number, email. She has a video about what to do on there about it. So if you want to be in a music video and stuff, you might be able to join. So if you're in the LA area, so go check it out. Get that, seize that opportunity. You know, especially if you, maybe you're somebody that wants to be well, well known, or be seen or recognized. Hey, right there you go. There's your opportunity. I can't believe that here I am with my headphones on, not realizing that I'm streaming. So I apologize for that, guys. What a way to start a show, right? Um, what I'm going to be talking about is, here we got the songs that sound like they were forged in hell. I figured, why not? I kind of was playing around with different lists and this, that, and there. I thought, yeah, that sounded like a good one. I think that was pretty be awesome. Hello, Troy. Right? That. Oh, I think I already said that. But anyway, um, thank you for watching and thank you for the new subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. Now we have 280 people subscribed to the channel, which I was hoping for higher numbers by my birthday, but that's okay. Hey, we're getting there. That's the main thing. We're slowly getting there, which is fine. If you've never been on my channel before, usually I don't do that as an intro by pretend like I don't know what's going on because I usually, don't hit the button to broadcast right away. So I apologize. So I got like was it 5 minutes? I think is what it was, um, before I even realized I was starting without knowing that I was starting. So anyway, number 20 on the list we're going to go through is Immolation, the Kingdom of Conspiracy. It's a crushing apocalyptic version, of a world controlled by deception, corruption, and destruction, which is kind of cool. That's a lot, quite different. It kind of reminds me of a crazy horror film, maybe. Which actually I did see a really good movie, but it wasn't about horror. It wasn't about that. It's I think it's Mickey 17 or something like that. It's the one where they basically print out new copies of the person, basically, and it looks like a printer from an like when your a piece of paper is going back and forth as it's printing it up, which is kind of crazy. Um, Interesting concept for a movie, but it was a good movie. I thought it was kind of interesting. I didn't ask my cohort, my friend, what he thought. I mean, I think he said it was pretty good, from what I remember. But anyway, number 19 is Rotting Christ, a non-servitism, I think, Severium. Maybe that's what it is, Severium. A rebellious statement against servitude. Oh, rejection, servitism. Rejected divine authority in favor of self empowerment. I'm not sure if that one's really much on the topic that I picked, but it's hard saying. Anyway, Battery, I think that's Bathory. That's what that was the one I was trying to research to make sure I could pronounce it a little easier. Now, the title of the song, I have no idea. It looks like Diesirae. Diesirae. So if you want to look it up, you can. And just in case, Bathory is spelled Bathory, which is like Bath and Re. A warlike metal anthem, forge-telling judgmental dis- destruction and the rise of darkness. Okay, that's interesting. Might be kind of interesting to check that one out too. Even though I can't pronounce the name. Now this one is another one. Number 17 is I. You know what? This is the one I couldn't actually find a pronunciation of because it's another country and it didn't have one for it. Kara Angara. Ingrier is CHR like car, Ake, Karek maybe, um, Angura, Angren is how you spell it. Bloodstains on the captain's log. That I can do. I can do that very well. It's a ghostly symphonic black metal tale about a cursed ship with a damned crew. That's kind of interesting. That actually kind of reminds me of like Pirates of the Caribbean or something like that, where they're cursed, you know, and this, that, and the other. So you never know. It might be pretty awesome. Number 16 is Balathakra. God, I hate this. I can't pronounce any of the band's names. Lucifer is incest. Okay. Says blasphemous death metal that reveals the debauchery and the rejection of religious morality. Interesting. Definitely, definitely interesting. Now this one, I'm gonna say, but I don't know how she should say it the way it looks like. And I think I got a description of the description of the band. It looks like the butt type thing is Anaal, Nakara, and wow, Nathrrakh. Between blank and blank, we are born. Starts with an S and has a P in the other word, and it has a double S at the end. How about that? Yeah, It's the two things you do when you do your business. Well, how about that? That's the best way to describe it, I guess, without saying it, because I don't want to be non-demonetized later on down the road, right? A sonic hurricane reflects the filth and meaningless of the human existence itself, which is kind of weird. It's like, really? Okay, whatever. Um, number 14 is one I can pronounce, is Emperor. Uh, I am the Black Wizards. Black Wizards? I am. See, it has plural and wizards, and I as in one, which is usually including yourself. I am the Black Wizards. It's a, I am the Black Wizard. I don't know. Don't ask me. I didn't write the title. A majestic, mythic track that has an all powerful sorcerer ruling over the forces of darkness. That sounds like it might be a good song. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't even know what kind of metal it is because it doesn't specify. I think originally on my list it had a little bit of that on there, but who knows? What Watton, I think is it. Watain. Malachor. It looks like Malachor, but it's not. It's Malafor. I think Malafor. A raw, ritualistic black metal curse against purity, righteousness, invoking an ancient evil. Interesting. Number 12 is Dark Funeral, which reminds me of somebody, the Violent Hour, because she has gone to school for mortuary science and funeral directing. So it's kind of cool. So it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Unchained, let's see, Unchained My Soul is a furious black metal declaration of rejects that define and embrace the eternal darkness. That's kind of interesting. Speaking of things like that, reminds me of I saw someone with Dying Fetus on channel, and they were talking about how people are surprised they're opening with different types of bands that aren't quite the way they sound and the way they are. And really, I believe that, like he said, it's about just if we play with the same types of bands, we never get exposed to new people, and that makes sense. So, like, say if you're a fan of one band that's not quite as heavy as Dying Fetus, and you want to go see the other band that's opening, like maybe the main act, and they're opening for them right before that, you might actually listen to them and say, "Wow, this is really good. I like this. This is something different." Just saying, just like a lot of other things. So you never know what you're going to be in for, right? So I guess it's because the next one's called Morbid Angel, which is one that I've listened to, just like Dying Fetus, and that's one of those bands that probably would not tour with 90 Nice Kills or something like that, probably, because they're like quite a bit different, or a Sleep Token even, which I'm not a huge fan of because I think they're a little soft. But for those of you who are fans, I totally understand. We all have our own musical tastes, or things that we enjoy about different bands. What can I say, right? Because it reminds me of my coworker Mike that always knows a lot about metal. Here's a couple bands he likes that I think are maybe a little on the lighter side, but they still got some pretty good guitar work. I will say that much. It depends on what it is. The Gotta Emptiness is a slow, crushing track with a downfall of faith and embracing the power of the abyss. There you go. Gortoth, I think. No, I can't say that. But anyway, Satan. I'll just say Satan. Raw and chaotic black metal anthem that fully embraces the spirit of evil and rebellion. Interesting. Venom is number 9. Welcome to Hell. One of the earliest extreme metal tracks that delivers a fast, dirty, rebellious ode to the underworld. Huh. See here. Number 8 is Cannibal Corpse that I was just talking about. So if you've never heard of Cannibal Corpse or you've never heard their music, you ought to check them out. You never know, right? Dark Nebulous. Dark Nebulous. Is that the one you? Was I just? Yeah, 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 yeah. Where's it at? Oh, it's not on the list. Okay. Ohio Slam Boys Operation. Oh, okay. That's a different band. That's interesting. They're from Ohio. I'm from Ohio originally. Interesting. See here, one of the earliest extreme metal tracks that delivers a fast, dirty, and rebellious ode to the underworld is the Welcome to Hell. Cannibal Corpse, Kill or Become. Brutal death metal onslaught of surviving the world in a world customized by violence and madness. Interesting. Number 7 is Mayhem, Freezing Moon. Freezing Moon, I should say. Is a haunting black metal classic reflective of death, emptiness, and the icy void beyond life itself. So, is that a really cool metal band, the Ohio Slam Boys, or are they something else? Just out of curiosity. And Dark Nebulous? Not Dark Nebulous. That's a cool sounding title for a song. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name, so I apologize. I'm not going to try because I'm very good at screwing that up. Oh, okay. Internal bleeding. Okay. Gotcha. See, like I said, they were talking about how being with other bands, people might actually start to like their music too. So they don't want to be stuck within their own little pocket of bands that play with or like them as far as their music goes, which I can totally understand. I think that's a good tactic because you never know. Somebody might go, "Wow, I like this band." Like me, I went to see Veil of Maya, and then I found out about Brand of Sacrifice, which I never heard before. And I thought, oh wow! I mean, I saw them on the show, and I wanted to check it out, so I started listening to it. It's like, man, these guys are really good. And then live, it was even better. It was so freaking awesome. Number 7 is Mayhem, Freezing Moon. Did I already do that one? I think I did. Yeah. Cradle of Filth is number 6. Her Ghost in the Fog. A gothic horror tale of love, vengeance, supernatural terror set in the dark, foggy landscape. Interesting. So we got a mix of. But despite their name, Ohio Slam Boys are from France. Oh, that's interesting. But the lore behind the band starts in Ohio. Oh, Elkridge. Okay. Yeah, I'm from Bryan, so I'm not sure how far that is from where I lived at, but my dad lived in Pioneer for years, and then there's a bunch of other little small towns like Montpelier and Defiance, Ohio, and near Fort Wayne, Indiana, and stuff like that. And also, so you know, Bryan, Ohio is where Dum Dum suckers are made from, and even Dum Dum candy canes that you get for Christmas. Sorry. Number 5 is Ghost. Zero. Oh, sorry. Year Zero. A devilish, catchy, ominous track that praises the demonic figures throughout history. Okay, that's interesting. That's cool. I like the smiley face. So, are you from that area? So I'm taking that parts of the band came from Ohio, but the rest of the band probably came from France. I had a couple actually. You know what? I don't know if it's from Ohio or one of. I know there was a few bands that were like that too, that were from other countries. They they basically hail from one country, and they have some people that are actually in the United States, like from Ohio band or whatever band. And that was on my try the metal bands of America kind of thing going. I don't think I got every state though, unfortunately, because I think I lost track of where I was at. I needed to have a map with a mark so I can mark it off, but that's okay. Anyway, Decide Sacrificial Suicide is a blasphemous death metal anthem about willing offerings about one's soul to Satan and defiance of heaven. Okay, there you go. Oh, okay. When you're Cleveland for a year, thought that was a pretty good place to start a zombie outbreak story. Okay, are you a writer? Oh, wait a minute. Created by Ohio Slam Boys. Oh, okay. The 100% is from France. So, that's interesting. They used Ohio in their title. Do they think that Ohio's evil in France, maybe like they're like kind of what do they call metalish thing. Yeah, that reminds me. My one cousin's son always said the best bands always come from Ohio. I said, really? So that's a pretty big, how you say, statement there, bold statement there. He said, well, it's true because I said it was because there's nothing else to do in Ohio. Maybe I don't know, except for Cedar Point. If you've ever been there, it's a pretty awesome place to go. So if you ever want to go to a place where lots of coasters are at and you're enjoying those kinds of things, check it out. Sandusky, Ohio, Cedar Point, definitely a must go. Way better than Disney. Let's put it that way. And not quite so many cutesy fusy characters. If you like hardcore roller coasters and stuff, and probably actually no, that would be cool. Is have an actual roller coaster that they blast some metal music or something. That would be so cool. Like rocking coaster or something, or metal terror or something like that. That'd be sweet. So you get the effect. Not enough to where you can hear it, but not enough to blare out too much, because you can overpower the screaming of people going kind of like that. But anyway, number three is dim. Oh, God, I hate this. Some of these names are so hard to pronounce. Dimmubor. Demu Debor Gateways, I think is how you pronounce it. Oh, the Gateways I can figure out. A symphonic metal masterpiece about unlocking forbidden knowledge and transcending morality through darkness. Oh, wait a minute here. Oh, yeah, you already. Never mind. Thought you sent me another message, so I apologize. Number two is Slayer. Hell Awaits, a thrash metal classic that paints vivid and terrifying pictures of eternal damnation and suffering in the depths of hell itself. So yeah, hell awaits. Number one is Behemoth. I think that's how you say their name. O Father, O Satan, O Son. Let's just enter. It's not Son, it's Sun, like it's the sun, for fire, brimstone kind of thing. Triumphant, ritualistic hymn of to Lucifer, blending black death metal into a grand infernal invent. Oh God, and yeah, invocation. I think is how you say it. But anyway, uh, interesting, very interesting stuff. I can't wait until I get to actually talk to some actual metal artists, because that's what it's all about. That is for me what I'm doing this for, because I would definitely want to talk to some. I have talked to one person. I thought I might have a drummer. I did mention it to the drummer September morning, but apparently somebody didn't like that, so she kind of maybe hinted that he shouldn't do that for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, which really kind of sucks because I mentioned about it just a little bit. But anyway, September morning is very good, very awesome. So if you've never checked out their band, I figured I'd let you know about it. So that way, maybe the next time they come around and I say something about my channel, that if I mention them a few times, that maybe somebody might be okay with it to get to talk to me. All right, that's the best way to get started, is greasing the wheels and helping it out, right? Because the more people that know about her band, the more fans that she'll get, and maybe she'd be more cooperative, or maybe she might be more open to the idea. Not cooperative, open, I should say. Yeah, right. Anyway, because I think she's really cool. She's a really great person, I think. And so are the guys in the band, including the drummer, because he's the one that was cool about it. Plus, he even made some jewelry too, which is kind of awesome. The other guy does some major league cooking, and he's from Ohio too, along with that, which is really cool. I'm not sure where Emily is from. Emily Lazar, I think is how you pronounce her last name. I hope I pronounced that right. If not, I apologize. But anyway, very cool bands. And then there's like Owls and Aliens and Living Dead Girl and stuff that I've met. Really great people, awesome stuff. And I never have reached out to the guy from Owls and Aliens, and I totally spaced it because I mentioned to him about my channel and stuff like that. And it's crazy when they were doing the sound checks before the show got started for Raven Black. is that I posted just a little snippet of them warming up with the one guitarist, and I think it was just a regular guitarist, not the bass guitar. But it was really cool because I had a lot of people that really liked that. And it wasn't even really the show itself. It was just him, tuning his guitar, going doo 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 doo, doing some just crazy stuff, like they usually do when they're setting up and everything. It's always cool to watch. It's kind of interesting to see that. Plus the sound checks. I know like Sepultura did had a sound check guy that actually checked out the sounds and stuff before they got started. Not Cavalier Conspiracy, but actual Sepultura. The newer, but not the original band. How about that? That's the best way to describe it because now Sepultura is actually Cavalier Conspiracy, and that's what's his name Max is always saying. Says the original Sepultura. I'm not sure how he. I think I put a little French accent instead of Brazilian and how he says it. It's pretty awesome. But anyway, so hopefully you guys are doing awesome, right? Oh, anyway, so I got 3 people. I had 9 people, then they all left. So anyway, so I will say farewell, good night. But before we go, don't forget one major thing you got to do. And I appreciate those who are that have, and also the ones that are still with us. I appreciate you guys too. Don't forget to subscribe, headbang, like, and subscribe to the channel because that without you guys, there will be no voice of metal or voices of metal, as I said before. Because without you guys, there would be no metal, right? Just like the bands, everybody plays a part, including the guys in security. Because I always try to acknowledge them because they are very important for the safety of everybody that's there at the shows. And I do appreciate those guys because they do work very hard at their job. So if anybody works in security, we thank you very much for putting on the show and the venues that do that. Because without you guys, we wouldn't have any shows to go to. And we appreciate you guys very, very much. I'm sure I speak for just about everybody in the metal community. Definitely. So take care, fond farewells, good night, and hope to see you tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow night and see what comes up next, right? Take care. Bye.